Mr. DJ Rose, Vert Cheesy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. For sure, MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No More Black Tears Radio. You know what I'm saying? We back in the building. Caesar C's, man. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yo, what's good, people?
Juice Man's in the building tonight, man. What's going on?
In the building.
Vert Cheesy, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, it's been going great, man. You know, it's Thursday, man. It's been a decent week so far, man. Decent week. A lot of stuff that happened in this little week we done had.
Yeah, so, man, I guess it all happened in a week. We back. Week in sports.
Yeah, man. So before we get started, man, for all the people listening, this probably be the last week of sports we have until the football season starts, man. With that being said, we just saw the Oklahoma City Thunder get crowned NBA champions. Woo-woo. SGA, who's been the best player all season. From a statistical standpoint, the best team. He won Finals MVP.
He deserves it.
What is y'all thoughts on the NBA Finals that went 7 games? Saw the Thunder win their first championship in franchise history.
7 games is a good way to get people to watch.
That's right.
At the same time, man, you know, Pacers, like with that type of injury at that point, man, you just literally see the life get sucked out of them, man. You seen it on the bench. You seen it on the teammate, everybody else on the floor. Like that. It's a bad injury, and there's that rumor of a curse. You wear number 0. Who was it? It was Jason Tatum. It was Russell Westbrook. I'm trying to think what third person was.
Don't Dame wear 0?
Is it Dame?
I think Dame wears 0.
But they all got that same typical type of injury, man. But it's one of them nasty injuries. It's going to take him literally 18 months to get back. So we're probably not going to see him till late 2026, possibly 2027. So it was, but it just goes to show you, man, like they balled, like no lie, both sides of this squad balled, but it just goes to show you how much Halliburton was the focal point of that team. And then OKC, man, what plagued them the whole entire series was turnovers. Both sides of the team, turnovers really killed them. But Jalen Williams, man, that was my number 2 for Thunder. He really showed up and balled out, man. Pretty good series, but I mean, hey, I said best in a number of years, the best team with the best record won. So I mean, what can you ask for?
Yeah, man, it was a decent series, man. I'm not gonna make it seem like it was one of the best I've seen in the last 15 years. It did go 7, but there was a few blowouts in the series. The Thunder was the best team, from the start of this series. There was only 2 games through the whole 7 games where I felt like the Pacers outplayed the Thunder. But shout out to the Pacers, though, man, because I didn't think they could even take these boys past 5 games, and they took them all the way to 7. And that's with Halliburton getting injured. That was a nasty injury. I didn't get to see it live. I know Rose had texted me, and then I tuned into the game, I want to say, right after halftime. But both teams turned the ball over a lot. We saw 2 of the best defenses in the league going back and forth at it. We saw the Thunder, a young team, not know how to handle some of the pressures of hold on to the ball and some of the traps and some of the full court press that the Pacers would do at times. Rick Carlisle, he showed how great of a head coach he is by all the schemes he threw at the Thunder. And I'm pretty sure Shea and the boys didn't see a lot of stuff they, didn't see all season. But Game 7, Chet put on a performance defensively. Like, them boys just could not do nothing in that second half on Chet. Like, Chet showed why he was so highly touted out of college. His ability to affect the game on the defensive end, that was amazing to watch, man. He was affecting so many shots, and Jalen Williams, the shot making he had, the defense he played was great. But it was just a pleasure watching SGA. Like my one thing from this series is, if you did not get to watch SGA all season, you might not have known how good he was. And if you was able to watch at least 4 or 5 of these games, you saw the third best player in the NBA playing in the NBA Finals. Like outside of Jokic and Giannis, there's no argument for nobody else in the league for them being better than Shea, and that's what you saw in this series. You just saw no matter what the Pacers did, they could not stop him from scoring the ball, whether it was getting to the basket or that mid-range jumper, which I didn't even get to watch that many Shea games this year. I didn't know he was that lethal from mid-range till I started watching the series, and the announcers kept saying, yeah, that's his sweet spot. That's where he gets a lot of his points. I just knew that he got to the basket and got a lot of free throws. So, yeah, shout out to the Thunder, and I know their fans are very happy for winning this championship.
Yeah, so shout out to the Thunder, shout out to the Pacers. Man, it's remember I said if the Pacers make it or win, it's gonna be one white guy, the coach, Rick Carlisle. But it was just one black guy that forced them to lose this game 7 in the game 7. Miles Turner. Like, I don't know what you got to do, but you got to do something. Like, you cost them boys a series. Like, somehow the rest of your teammates were keeping y'all in the game, giving y'all a chance to win. But in game 5, you completely gave the game away. And then in game 7, you did the same thing. Like, you made one 3-pointer. You went 0 for 6 in game 5. Like, man, you were just straight trash, man. Then you the oldest person there on the team. You've been there the longest. If I was a Pacers fan, I would want to get rid of that guy. But yeah, man, trash. SGA played good. Jalen Williams was playing like he was scared, but then he stepped up his game and played better. The Pizza Man showed out all series. If y'all know who the Pizza Man is, shout out to Caruso. Chet played good. Siakam played awesome. You know what I'm saying? He was another guy that he brought back the hands of time, and he showed up. And if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have been no game 7 or 6 probably, because he played good all 7 games. So I think it was a good series. It wasn't the best. It was some of the games was boring. I didn't watch 2 of them. I think I watched 5 out of the 7, and it was competitive. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed it. The Pacers are not a fancy team to watch, but the Thunder is not either. They don't do a lot of highlights. They just fundamental on both sides. So it was good basketball to watch, I guess, other than the turnovers. The turnovers just made it so ugly, but I enjoyed it. It was the last basketball of the year, so it was like, hey, what else can you say?
Yeah, man. 3 questions for y'all, because we pretty much watch most of the games. What does this finals mean for both teams that played in it? For the Thunder who won, for the Pacers who lost, what play did it help the most in your opinion, and what play did it hurt the most? And lastly, can the Thunder be a dynasty? Like, can they be the first team in the last 8 years to actually go back-to-back, or at least, let's just say over the next 4 years, win multiple championships, or win at least 2 more over the next 4?
With some moves, I think they can get back. In the next 3-4 years, they can get back. They're a young team, so they got room to grow. They're probably going to have to move some pieces around. As far as Shai, solidifies him as, top 5 player in the league. Maybe top 3, solidifies his place. And it just shows you how good, like, you play good during the season. You play great basketball, great coaching. It just goes to show you how long you can go. Pacers, changing of the rings in the East, it's like the toss-up. Boston's going to be able to get back with their rebuilds, and their whole thing going on. And then with Halliburton being out, how they gonna run their offense? How they gonna rebuild and replace, for that time being, to where he's able to come back. And then it just changing of the rings, man, with the East Coast. But overall, Pacers, it goes to show you like they were underdogs, not really underdogs, but they showed up, beat the Knicks, beat Boston, and it was a tried series.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, this just reminds me when the Warriors won that first championship, man. This just feels like a homegrown championship. Like, was Alex Caruso someone who wasn't part of the team who they traded for? Yeah, but it's not like one of the key cogs, like one of the star players. They was all drafted. Yes, Shea was traded like I think his rookie season to there, but he grew with this team, man. So I think it means, hey, man, you can go through the draft, you can build your team the right way. You don't have to necessarily say, yeah, let's do free agency to build a championship team. And the Pacers, I mean, they pretty much say the same thing. Like, their team is now a whole bunch of free agency acquisitions. I think this championship probably just helped Shea the most because to get this championship so early in his career, he can now relax. He doesn't have to worry about can he do it. He's done it. Man, I feel like it just probably hurts like Tyrese Halliburton the most, man, because I never even saw him as someone who could compete in the finals. I'm gonna be real.
That's right.
I'm not even going. I'm not like you got my respect, Tyrese, because I didn't even see you as a top 25 player. I still think Trae Young's better than you. Like with all due respect,
he probably is.
But the fact that you got this team here with Siakam, like, yeah, I don't see you getting back to the finals, but winning a championship definitely would have put you in a whole different lore in Indiana history and just NBA history. And yeah, I think the Thunder are young enough. They talented enough. Like, I don't think this is the best version of Shea we're going to see. I don't think this is the best version of Chet we're going to see. I definitely know this ain't the best version of Jalen Williams we're going to see because he's a great defensive player, but we haven't even really seen what he can do offensively. Now, of course, with players like Alex Caruso and Harkenstein be there over the next 5 years, now they'll probably swap some of them role players out. But as far as the main three guys, they're going to be with this team for at least 5 years, man. They're going to be together for a minute.
That would be a mistake to swap out Caruso, though, because he held the team together. He was the glue. Believe it or not. He really was the glue. Because without Caruso, they wouldn't have made it, bro. I'm sorry. I guess he's considered a veteran on that team, but they wouldn't have did it. They wouldn't have made it. And it's all about money. You know what I'm saying? We needed a Game 7. NBA needed the rates. They needed that bread, so they did what they had to do. That's how I feel about the turnovers. Man, come on. Like, it's a scheme. It's a skit. You know what I'm saying? It's rigged. That's how I feel about the situation.
Yeah, Shea probably is who it benefited the most. And the person that got hurt who's probably going to be Rick Carlisle because next year is going to be the year for the East is wide open. And so if Halliburton wouldn't have got hurt, they would have had another run to make it back there.
True.
But now that he's hurt, they're probably not going to make it back there. And then the year after, Siakam's getting older. You know what I'm saying? So it probably hurt him the most because, like, if he's going to stay in Indiana, like, he's probably not getting back to this point again.
True.
So,
hey man, we was talking about how both teams drafted a lot of their key guys. We had the NBA draft last night. It's 2 nights now. Night 2 is going on right now as we're talking, but night 1, which is the main night, happened last night. We saw Cooper Flag go number 1. Ace Bailey fell in the draft. Dylan Harper went number 2. What's some thoughts from the draft, y'all?
I had to do some research on Harper, man. I seen him and his brother. I forgot his brother played for Detroit. I forgot that. I'm like, I was like, who these? I was like, they gotta be some NBA kids related to somebody. Come to find out, Ron Harper's, sons. He honestly, it was surprising. Like people were surprised when he chose Rutgers over Duke. In Kansas, I'm gonna say it was either Kentucky or it was Kansas. Either Kentucky or Kansas, he picked over, but played 1 season freshman. Averaged 21 points. He's probably my favorite top 10 pick so far. Cooper Flag, we knew that one was gonna happen. Like if the Mavs wouldn't have did it, everybody would been like breaking news. Oh, they let Cooper Flag slip. So I mean that was expected. And then me and Vertiz were talking last night. How long have they been doing round 1 and 2 on different nights?
It's the first night.
First time, and then it's like, has it always been on a Wednesday? No.
I don't know.
Like that's another thing I was trying to look up. Apparently,
It's been during the week though.
they've always done it during the week, but I think they've been doing it on Wednesday nights for the last. But I haven't seen too many players where I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good pickup. And then like, I was surprised by how many transactions went through. Like it was literally like teams shifting, even with trades, like shifting like, all right, we'll give you these 2 players if you give us your first round draft pick this year and next year. So it's like a lot of transactions that happened that I was kind of like, damn, this is a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it was. I think it was too long. I think they might have. I don't know if they stretched it out because they had a 2-day event.
They did,
but it was extremely long to me. It's like they try to make it seem like the NFL, but it's like
it would never be the NFL. It would never be the NFL. And I had to tell C's that last.
It was so stressed out. Like, dog, they was taking forever, and like it was just too much to me. I didn't enjoy watching it because I was just trying to watch for my team to get something. But it's like it was almost 10 o'clock before the 13th pick got picked. Like waiting on the Hawks to pick, and then it was 19 trades, but it wasn't just last night, but they just counted them all last night. So basically, it was 19 trades out of 30 teams. You know what I'm saying? 30 picks. So
more than half.
So 19 trades, and what I took out the couple of my favorite players got picked. You know, Walter Clayton. He got picked. He went to, I want to say, I knew where he went to, but I can't think of where he went to right now. But he went someplace, but he was late in the draft, and then doggone Ace Bailey, they kept talking about him, talking about he didn't work out, and then interview.
He went to Utah, by the way.
And then but then people were saying, it's Stephen A. kept bringing it up, like, yeah, this guy, somebody. But then when he got picked, he said it like, I don't think I had to worry about basketball. And then Stevie A had to apologize about, yeah, I guess it wound up to him. You know what I'm saying? He just worried, but he let his people do it. But who cares, man? He was he's a lottery pick. He was gonna be top 5 regardless. You know what I'm saying? They seen him play. He wasn't hurt. And I was just mad that the Hawks gave their 13th pick up because that guy from from Maryland, you know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna be a star, and if we don't get a number 5 pick next year, and then he ends up becoming a star, it's gonna be like, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna look bad. I mean, once they broke the trade down, I'm actually hopeful for the trade because when I found out it's unprotected and there's a chance we can get the Pelicans pick, which could be as high as the number 2 pick in the draft, maybe the number 1, depending on how this team looks. Yeah, I was excited for that.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen, though, because they could be in the lottery, but then they could not. But they probably won't make the playoffs, so they're going to be in the lottery.
Yeah, because, Murray tore his little Achilles, so he's going to be out. We don't know what's going on with Zion. They just traded for Poole.
He's good. Zion's good. He's healthy. He was healthy last year, but you never know if he's going to play.
Yeah, you never know if he's going to get injured during the season, if they're going to trade him. Yeah, and then Poole, when has Poole been in a winning situation besides Golden State?
Yeah, so it's too many what ifs. But everybody likes it, but it's just too many what ifs for me. And then I'm trying to tell you that guy's gonna be balling and with the Pelicans.
He might.
And I hope I ain't gonna say I hope he don't become a star because I ain't trying to wish on his downfall. I'm just gonna be sick.
Yeah, he definitely could be a star, man. But I ain't gonna lie. When they broke the trade down, and not only could we get the Pelicans pick, we get the worst out of the Pelicans or the Bucks pick, which we don't know what's gonna happen with them and Giannis. Like I thought that was like a great move for you to move back only 10 spots to potentially get a top 5 pick or definitely a lottery pick next year. Ace Bailey, he was the most talented player in the draft, but also the most problematic that a lot of people felt because he did not perform the way people thought he was going to perform last year in college. They thought he was going to have a huge year. He did not have a huge year. He was okay. He did play with Harper. But I think that's a great pick for the Jazz, and that might be the best place for him to go. A place where he got to sit down and there's nothing for him to do. Like, he's a young kid. I know when you and me talk, C's, about the NBA draft, I feel like the addition of NBA draft and the NFL draft is we see more impact players get drafted in the first round of the NFL. We don't see a lot of impact players. Like, even the players that do their thing as rookies in the NBA, they know teams are so bad, they can't make a difference. In the NFL, we just seen niggas like Patrick Surtain make a Pro Bowl at corner for a playoff team. Like, we just seen a lot of, like the Rams, we was talking about the Rams having the best defensive line last year, and it was mostly consistent of rookies. And that's the difference to me between both drafts, man. So we'll see what these players do, but a lot of times in the NBA draft, let's just be real. This is potential. We hoping these niggas do some shit. Because you done played 1 year of 1 year of college most likely, and now you're in the NBA, whereas at least in the college football and in the NFL draft, we got 3 years of you playing against other motherfuckers, and we can better grade you, man. Before we move on, none of us really talked about Cooper Flagg. That was really the gem of this draft. What's your thoughts about Cooper Flagg? Is he going to make a difference in Dallas? And what do you think his career going to be?
It's always talking about potential. People put so much on him. It's like, I think he does. If he proves to be the player they say he is, the Mavs will do great things. But I mean, the talent around him, he does have tools. Is he really gonna be given time to really develop? Because it's like, if you just give him like the first season, and they're just like, oh, playoff run, like, nah, like, he still got to deal with Anthony Davis. He still got to deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, Luka's gone. Kyrie just re-signed. You know, he just re-signed, but like, is he going to be healthy next season? And it's like, really, what position are they going to put him in? Are they going to put him in a guard position, or, you know, shooting guard or a point guard?
He's a small forward, but I hope he does well. I hope he does well, because I can't think of the last time a American-born white guy was actually good in the NBA. So I hope
define good.
Well, great. What?
Okay,
great, because
I was about to say, because we got JJ. You know, JJ Redick.
That's different. That's different.
I was about to go to Larry Bird.
He was a good. He played for 13 seasons. That's good.
No, he wasn't. Well, I ain't gonna say
good. He was good.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
wasn't
but
good.
you saying great? No.
No, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. He was average.
He had a couple seasons when he averaged 17, 18 points.
Yeah, he was average. JJ was average. I think probably since Larry Bird, but like Juice Man
that's
said,
a long fucking time.
But
like star, like American-born star.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, Larry Bird.
Yeah. We're talking about star. We talking about Bird.
Yeah, so it's like, I hope he does. So I hope he does well. You know,
I just don't think he's gonna prove to be the end all be all like they say. They're like,
well, how do we feel about Chet?
Chet.
He's not the star of the team.
But he's a very good.
He's
player.
very good, but I mean,
yeah. Yes, he went number one.
He went number two.
Number two. Okay.
Good, but he ain't great.
Yeah. So, but they can. Yeah.
Do you think next season's Flag is going to be better than what Chet was the last season?
This year, probably. That'll be kind of hard, because Chet did pretty good, because he was doing 15 and 15 in the playoffs.
Can he get you 18, 5, and 5? Cooper Flagg is a rookie.
I think so.
I
At least about 15, 5, and 5. I think so.
He's definitely gonna have the minutes.
I think so.
I'll say that. He'll have the minutes.
I think he'll be a good player in the league. I don't think he'll ever be a superstar. I think he may get to star status, but not superstar status. But I'm be honest, Dallas, y'all should have traded that pick, bro. Y'all should have traded that pick. Y'all should have got Devin Booker and some players. Y'all should have got Giannis and some players. Y'all should have traded that pick and got like Zion and some players. Like, y'all on the timeline where y'all trying to win now. You got Anthony Davis. You ain't on no 5-year timeline. So me personally, man, I don't feel like y'all should have kept that pick, man. But hope Cooper Flagg has a great career, man. And Dallas, y'all got a future star, man. I know y'all mad because y'all lost Luka. Talking about, possible trades, there was some trades that happened over the weekend as well as the last few days. The first one, without going into the details of all the trades, KD went to Houston. The main two players that went in the trade was Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. We got Bane who went to Orlando. This happened like a week or two ago. We got Porzingis who came to Atlanta. He's in Atlanta now in a 3-team deal. And we got Drew Holiday that was sent to Portland for Anthony Simmons, who went to Boston. Is there a particular trade that you feel like is going to make an immediate impact? And what's your thoughts?
Only one, KD, going to Houston because they didn't lose anything. So they just basically got better. So if that team can basically play the same way they played last year, they're going to be probably in the same spot they was this year, number 2 seed, fighting for number. Especially they'll be top 3 in the West. So that's the only one.
Yeah, man. Them getting off Jalen Green was a bonus, man, because I don't know what he had going on, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Atlanta, what we doing, dog? What we doing, Atlanta? Like, why we keep like? I was talking to MGH earlier today. He asked me about it, and I said, "Yo, I don't know what it is about Atlanta sports, but we got this capacity to get players when they done, like when they no longer can play, bro. And it's just not the Hawks. The Falcons do it too. Like, I remember when they signed Steven Jackson. I remember they signed Todd Gurley. Y'all like to get players when they can't play no more. We had Vince Carter. We traded for Melo when he was done. Like, we got Dwight Howard at the way end of his career. I mean, some of y'all don't even know this. Y'all know T-Mac was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. He was on the bench.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all like to get niggas that can no longer play. Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck we supposed to do with Porzingis? And no, we didn't give shit up for Porzingis. So I'm not even mad that we gave shit up for him. But if I knew Drew Holiday,
but we got to pay him though.
Yeah, we got to pay him. But if I knew Drew Holiday was on the table,
We had the cap.
nigga, I would have wanted rather Drew Holiday. Cause I'm tired of Trae Young having to guard the best point guards. We could have took Drew. You gave us a nigga that might not even play half the season. Like, I don't know what we're doing, bro. But shout out to Orlando. You got Bane. Bane's a good player.
We had that trade line between Portland and Boston, though, so it was nothing for him to go back.
But my thing, like what you were saying about Atlanta, like that's what made me more upset because about the trade, because when they traded Derek Queen to the Pelicans, like the East is wide open this year.
This the year.
The East is wide open. Derek Queen could have helped us.
Yeah, now I agree with that.
And it's like,
but what if they use that pick to get Giannis?
But then next year, so it'll be like, it's like we just like the Pacers. Like this is gonna be the year. It's wide open. Boston's down. Indiana's down. New York is New York is probably the best team in the East right now.
New York's probably the best team.
And Trey kills New York.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing about Atlanta. So I thought Atlanta was the Mecca. So when we stop hiring black folks in Atlanta, because we ain't got no full-blown Negroes on our team.
Nah, ain't no niggas on the team now. We used to have some Africans on the team, and they say we gotta get some. Is Clint Capella still on the team?
Man, ain't nothing but red meat on the team.
If Clint Capella's still on the team, we got one booty scratcher still on the team.
It's about nothing but there's no militant on our team at all. Like, come on, man, come on. What we doing?
And Trey, man, come on, man. Congrats to you getting married, man, but that was a white bitch. Dr. Umar Johnson would be disappointed.
Man, his mama white.
Sees.
Yeah, KD went from collecting rings to collecting jerseys.
Balls.
We know it was bad. But when somebody can make a picture of all the jerseys you've worn, I'm like, damn, KD. This is the last run. What is he? He's late 30s. 36. He's probably going to play till he's 40. I think he seems like the type of player that's going to play till he can't play anymore. He just seems like that type of baller. Houston, Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green, that trade, it might actually improve the Suns because they're with younger players. But KD going to the Houston with a young team, they're basically trying to rebuild and have a veteran play. I think they did something in this playoffs. I think they can definitely, be a top 3, top 5 team in the West. I mean, I see that going on. And then, the Pelicans, man, I don't think Zion's going anywhere, man. I think they can finally convince him to just sit and play. Jordan Poole and Bay, I don't really see them improving the team too much. I just don't see it. So I mean, with that trade, it's just like
I think Orlando got better with Bane because all they gave up was KCP.
Oh, and I forgot. What y'all think about Poole going to New Orleans, or is that just?
Oh, that's what he was just talking about.
I'm not gonna say it's irrelevant. I just don't see him improving the team that much. Those two play like Bay and Poole, and like Poole's just bouncing around team to team. I just don't see them improving that much, man.
Yeah, man. Talking about players improving teams, man. The OKC and Houston, they completed the cycle, man. We had James Harden leave OKC, go to Houston. Russell leave OKC, go to Houston. And now, finally, KD completed the cycle by leaving OKC, going to Houston. None of them players got a ring the way that we think they should get a ring. And there's a lot of talk about ring culture that started, with T-Mac, Gilbert Arenas, Stephen A. Smith. It really started with LeBron and Steve Nash on their podcast, Mind the Game. Check it out if you want to listen to them talk. And they was talking about when did ring culture start. The elder statesman at the table, Rose, when did ring culture start in the NBA, and how important is it?
I think it started a long time ago, like when Barkley went and joined Houston. I think that's probably when it started.
I don't even think some of the people listening remember that.
Yeah, when Barkley went to Houston, that's probably the first time people was chasing. Then Karl Malone went to the Lakers. After that, Karl Malone, Gary Payton.
When he tried to fuck Kobe White.
They went to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? And then I think it stopped for a while. And then the doggone Boston Celtics happened. You know what I'm saying? They came together to try to win. And then LeBron.
They from Voltron.
And then LeBron happened.
They emulate this.
So it's like the big three in Boston came together to take down Kobe.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't do it. They did it one time, but they couldn't do it twice. You know what I'm saying? And then
too powerful.
And then doggone Miami formed up to take care of, you know what I'm saying, Steph and them boys. Take on them. Well, no, it was before. That was after. That was
If you know Wade said they formed because of Kobe. That's what Wade said. Wade said Kobe had power, so we formed up. Man, but everybody felt like LeBron did it because he couldn't get past the big three in Boston.
Yeah, because that's what I meant to say, Boston. But yeah, but then they formed up. But then Rick Carlisle and the boys and the Dallas Mavericks came through and did their thing.
Shout out Rick Carlisle and Dirk.
So
probably the greatest championship
in the
last 20 years.
You know what I'm saying, was on that team. Tyson Chandler. You know what I'm saying? Sean Marion.
JJ Barrera.
Yeah.
The Jet. Jason Terry. He played in Atlanta too for a little bit.
Yeah, so it started a long time ago, but it's like, I think that the thing was saying, like, what LeBron was saying, like, people don't think those players were great because they didn't win championships. Like, people still think those players are great.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, because if you talk to any real niggas hold AI in a stratosphere that most niggas can't even touch. It's niggas with rings that if you was like, yo, it's AI, is they better than AI? And they gonna be like, hell no. So it's about what you was doing and not winning them championships.
Yeah, so because Karl Malone, John Stockton, those guys were some of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, they get mad respect. So Reggie Miller get mad respect.
Yeah, Reggie so it's like Barkley, he was the man for a little while, but yeah, they all get respect. To me, I think.
If you to be real, there's a man who got two rings and a finals MVP, and we don't even bring his name up with them niggas you name. We don't even talk about Isaiah Thomas like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't even talk about the OG as we don't even talk about him as being, and without the rings, he was one of the greatest of all time. But so I'm just confused, like you said, about the ring culture thing from LeBron. Like, because I feel like if you did what you supposed to do, you gonna get respect. Because AI, when most people talk about AI, him dragging that team to the finals against Kobe and them boys and Shaq and them boys, yo, that gave AI all the respect in the world, man. Like, that put him in the stratosphere where it's like, AI the fucking man. To this day, most niggas in the hood gonna say AI one of the best players to ever play, man. I feel like what you always say, Rose, you play to win the game. Like that's what y'all playing for. Like y'all tell us it's about winning. Y'all ain't playing for them checks. That's what y'all trying to tell us. Y'all not playing for the $1 million checks. Y'all not playing.
Except for Gilbert Arenas.
Except for Gilbert. Y'all not playing to get y'all dicks up by some white hoes. Y'all
Except
playing.
for Gilbert Arenas.
Except for Gilbert. But y'all playing to win them championships, man. So, like, to me, it started all the way back in the day with Bill Russell, if you want to be historical, because when he was
the greatest player of all time.
When he was winning 11 championships, what was the one thing that people historically always say? When people say Wilt's the greatest player of all time, they say, well, he never could beat Wilt. Wilt got 11. Wilt got 11. Then that shit transgressed to the 80s with Magic and Bird, and people were saying, well, Bird beat Magic in the finals, so Bird the best player. But then when Magic got 5 rings at the end of the 80s, everybody pretty much, and I'm someone who got people that's older to have seen Magic and them play. And they was like, yeah, once Magic won that 5th ring, it was Magic's the best player. Them Larry Bird fans shut the fuck up. And then when Jordan did what he did in the 90s, it was, yo, that's the GOAT. No one can't touch him. And then like you said, for a minute in the 2000s, it did stop. But then when the Big Three formed in Boston, it came back up. And then LeBron, he did what most players don't do. He said, you know what? I'm going to form my own team. And then it just didn't work out the way LeBron thought it was going to work out. LeBron thought that when he started making these own super teams, that he was going to retire with 6, 7 rings. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Like, the greatest ring LeBron got is that ring in Cleveland. That's the greatest ring he got. Like, fuck them rings in Miami. Like, the bubble ring, I appreciate you bringing the championship to LA because I'm a Lakers fan. But that ring you got in Cleveland, beating that 73-9 Warriors team, that one championship, that is like Dirk's championship. That means more than all the other championships to me.
It made me start thinking, like, you started naming players. I started thinking, I'm like, Mutombo, Elijah Wan, some of these greats. Like, I started thinking Patrick Ewing, some of these great players that didn't win rings. What metric are we using? Are we using rings or just great players? And it's like, it's always going to be opinion back and forth. And then somebody's going to say, oh, this player has 3 rings, this player. And I was asking my dad, I was like, yo, so when did Kobe start winning rings? Was it before Shaq or after Shaq? Looked it up. Kobe didn't win rings until after with Shaq, and then afterwards he won the other rings. Years later when he had Paul Gasol, Metta World Peace, Derek Fisher, and all them other players. But it's like that's what kicked off the first one. After Shaq left, you can't say anything about Kobe not being the best at the time or being one of the best. So it's like this, like the ring culture. I feel like it's always been there. I don't think we paid attention to it till LeBron went to Miami because it was like it kicked off, like you said.
It was clear he was chasing rings.
It was like clear you're chasing rings, but it's like when you say the best players of all time, it's gonna be Jordan, Kobe, and then LeBron. You can't get away from the stigma, man. You can't. Maybe you had the potential to get there with Cleveland. You had that one run, but once you went to Miami, man, it's over. Like that whole discussion, like you're always gonna have to have the same argument, man. And it's like, we got people who win rings. Everybody can't win a ring. It's a game. Somebody has to win. So it's gonna be a stigma you're always gonna have to deal with. But I mean, like you're still gonna have players, like great players, like that have never won rings. AI being a key focal point. One of my favorite players, one of my top 3. Just one of, not even like fuck the stats, just one of my favorite players of all time. But it's like, why even get mad about it? Why even try to argue against it? It's like, yeah, like nigga, you got the rings. You're considered a top 3 player. Just keep arguing for yourself, man. That's all you can fucking do, dude.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, the NBA and the MLB, it's only 2 positions in sports that have the most control over winning. It's the NBA superstar in the NBA game and a major league pitcher. Like those have the 2, they got the most importance on winning in the game. They can win the game almost by themselves, to be honest, man. So players who have won games by themselves, this whole ring culture started a whole debate online. It started on Gil's Arena after T-Mac had said before winning the NBA Finals games with Gilbert Arenas and I think another player that you replaced Kim with Kobe and he played with Shaq. he would have won those championships. And then Gilbert said the same thing. That yeah, had he played with Shaq, he would have won those championships. And then it became on Gilbert's show. You saw a big debate argument about who was better, T-Mac or Kobe. And they was making the argument that there was a time in the early 2000s where there was a lot of players who thought T-Mac was a better player than Kobe. See,
There was a time when T-Mac was the one, if not the one, the two. T-Mac, like, regards to like players and people who grew up watching them, people who watch them. T-Mac is a certified baller. And I was bringing up players last night that, that got plagued by injuries. I started bringing up Derrick Rose, Brandon Roy, and I was like, had T-Mac not get injured, I think he would have did more things. I'm not saying championship, but he definitely would have put up some more numbers. But it's like, come on, man. We're talking about Kobe. We're talking about Kobe without Shaq. We're talking about Kobe. So fuck like that shit, like that whole fucking scenario, like stop. Just like stop.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest, man.
Yeah, so
my bad, Rose.
So T-Mac ain't even the best basketball player in his family. That belongs to Vince Carter.
Hey, Vince Sanity was real now.
That belongs to Vince Carter. T-Mac has never even won a playoff series. He played with Yao Ming, the second biggest dude in some of the early era. I mean, the latest era. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. T-Mac ain't even the best player in his own family.
Man, hey, I love seeing these players that say they got love for Kobe come out and show their true colors. Because I'm going to be real, man. I love T-Mac. T-Mac was a great player back in the day. But you cannot have zero playoff series wins. And then you can't just assume that if you put you and Kobe, swap y'all out, you're going to win those championships. When Kobe wasn't just a great offensive player, Kobe was one of the best defensive players of his generation. Like T-Mac, you didn't play defense. And Paul George had a clip where he talked about, there was a game where T-Mac guarded Kobe and T-Mac was cooking Kobe. But he said on the other end, Kobe was actually guarding him. T-Mac wasn't guarding him. Nigga, at that point in time, shut the fuck up, bro. Because I'm going to be honest, you didn't guard Kobe the way he guarded you like that. So I think it's sad, man. But, hey, peace up to Mamba. Man, that's one of the GOATs right there, man. Moving on to TNT, y'all.
Dynamite.
Boom.
Tears or no tears.
So the Diddy trial is slowly approaching its end. The prosecution had its closing arguments. The defense had its closing arguments, I want to say, yesterday. And one of the things the defense said was, is my client a good person? No, but is he guilty of these crimes? I mean, is my client a good person? No, but is he guilty of these crimes? No. And then the prosecution basically just repeated the testimony of the 30 witnesses they had. And they just said, hey, man, this man did it. He knows most people who have money and power get away with this. Please don't let him get away with all these crimes. We've talked about the Diddy trial at least most weeks. C's, you got tears or no tears for this whole Diddy trial?
I got no tears, man. Waste of money, waste of time, waste of energy. It's like, y'all did all this criminal investigation, federal investigation. Y'all look like, it seems like y'all about to walk away with nothing. They potentially could have something, maybe these civil trials. He's gonna have to pay some high six figures.
I already got paid.
It seemed like more.
Some of them still getting paid.
More people about to get paid, maybe. But that's the damage. The damage is done. You did all this shit, built cases, and you walked away with nothing. It's like all this for nothing.
Yeah, I got tears because like they took this man away from his family for this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Homeland Security. Why are y'all involved with Puff Daddy? Like, aren't there murderers and rapists out there that y'all should be worried about crossing the borders every day? Terrorists. Like, what are we doing? We spending like funds on this, but it's crazy, man. And then the prosecution, the last day when they present evidence, they started dropping charges. It's like, that's how you know y'all, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all start dropping charges? No, keep them charges. Y'all say he did all this stuff. And shout out to all the people that said that they was raping kids. They was running guns. They had all this other crazy stuff.
Drugging people
like Bill Cosby. Like, so that wasn't true, but that's why y'all hated Diddy. That's what y'all was saying. Oh, Diddy did this and he did that. Oh, sound like he didn't do nothing. But run some come on his nipples.
Yep. People saying, hey, I told Diddy to stop, but he said he wouldn't stop.
I can't stop. Won't stop.
Man, hey man, I got tears too, cause it's crazy because man, the government love coming after black men who got money and power. Because at the end of the day, that's all this is, bro. Let's just keep it real. That's all this is. This is just another black man the government just wanted to attack down and bring out for no reason. These hoes want to do this shit. A lot of these male escorts that have given like interviews on podcasts basically said the same thing they said in trial. Like, yeah, man, Cassie Ventura, and that's Cassie for y'all, by the way. She organized the shit and she wanted us to pee in her mouth. She wanted us to fuck her. She asked us to do all this shit. Like, yo, man, y'all mad that he beat this bitch. Okay, cool, I understand. But y'all can't get him on that, so y'all trying to get him on sex trafficking now, man. Leave that nigga Diddy alone, man. Let him go be with his family. Let him keep his hundreds of millions of dollars and do whatever he doing, man. Yeah, this is just clear that y'all just tried to attack a man for no reason, man. Because at the end of the day, Diddy did what he supposed to do. You got this kind of money, you supposed to see what hoes limits is. And from what I saw, it was like 6 different hoes that testified, 5 of them under pseudonyms who basically try to hide their identity. And if it's the hoes I think it is, hey man, Diddy a pimp. He is, bro. Because some of them hoes had money. I heard Monica was in there, Mia was in there. Like it was other hoes that was actually artists in there that made money. So if you really would have these hoes slutting themselves out, yo, bro, that's shout out to you. And last thing I gotta say is, fellas, this just shows you, man, that innocent pretty girl, she ain't innocent and pretty, bro. Because the hoes that y'all think is doing this shit like Sexy Red and Cardi, I'm not saying they not doing this shit, but Cassie just proved to y'all, Mia just proved to y'all, they doing this shit too. If you got the paper. A nigga who got paper too, another black man, Nick Cannon, was on the Bobby Lil podcast, and she asked him, can you name all your kids? And he kept stalling, and I think out of 12 kids, he was able to get 9 or 10 of them. Mm-hmm. And he struggled in the last few. Cease, what's your thoughts on Nick Cannon not being named all his kids?
Man, I got tears, man. It's like, come on, that's the least you can do is like just big. It's like, can you name 12 states? It's like, damn, like you got 12, then you should know how to ramble them off. It's like, okay, there's this. Even if you get them mixed up, it's like, oh nah, that's the oldest one. Even if you get the ages mixed up, it's like you don't know the names. Like, come on, man. I got tears for that. It's like you having all these kids, and it's like you talk about somebody who puts themselves out to be such a great father, and you probably spend time. I don't know what you do in your households and your dealings with your kids. I'm like, when's the last time you got them all together? When's the last time you had a Christmas or Thanksgiving? I don't know. Is it just like, and like when somebody brings up the shit, they just say it. They say, he does have some life-threatening disease where it's like, oh, if he ever needs a lupus, and like if he ever needs a kidney or some type of transplant, it's like he's got 12 people with his matched DNA that he can pick from. I can't look at you weird and be like, oh, that's crazy.
So you saying this is a strategy now? This is a strategy.
Ain't this what old rich people do? They have a bunch of kids and they can pick from. It's like, oh nah, this kid, I'm gonna cut them off.
It's a baby farm.
Yes.
He literally doing what they do in labs. He just doing this shit in real life.
So instead of cloning livers and organs, he just out here just having kids.
Yeah, farming.
So. Yeah, man. I got tears too, because it's like this is stuff I'll be talking about. Like they're like, oh yeah, Nick Cannon's a good father. No, if you can't name all your kids, there's no way you're a good dad, a good father. And that's what I'm saying. You can be there we talked about this off financially, but if you ain't there, I mean, we talked about this whole situation before that. Oh no, but he's a good dad. And this and that. I said, you can't be if you ain't there. And it's like, and then now you can't even name them, so you don't know the edges. Like, come on, man. And it's like, that's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I got tears too because kids are being used as financial gain, man. Shout out to all the 9 or 10 women who got, except for the ones by Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, she ain't had kids with Nick for no financial benefit. She just wanted kids. But all the other hoes, man, shame on y'all bitches. Because y'all having kids out here just so y'all can get a bag, not understanding these are human beings. These are people that you are trying to raise, that you got to put back in motherfucking society, that have to do something in society. Like whether get a job or just be the person down the street or whatever. Like you having kids with somebody that can't be there for them, don't even know their names. And 9 times out of 10, if he's a bad father, y'all probably some bad mothers. So these kids are cooked. They fucking cooked, nigga.
They'll have money though.
That's why they even cook. That's why they well done.
Yes.
They're well done.
These are the motherfuckers that when you hear stories about them abusing people because they got money, that's going to be these motherfuckers. They're going to be Marcus Jordan. Hopefully Nick is teaching his kids about how, especially the sons, how to be masculine. Because there was a video that Rose sent to me where a man was talking about we need to normalize men painting their fingers. Now, we've talked over the last year and a half about players like Caleb Williams, and I want to say Jalen Green, who paint their fingers, and it's gotten so bad that, was it Caleb Williams that got a deal with nail polish, or was it another athlete? It was one of these athletes that they actually got their own, no. It was
for Philly.
Yeah, for Philly, Majel McCain.
Yeah.
He got a deal, most valuable polish or some shit like that. Yeah,
and the greatest faggot daddy of all, my bad.
D-Wade.
He got one too.
What y'all think about these men promoting that men need to paint their fingernails?
I got no tears. Y'all niggas is weird. Even if you're on some like rock shit, niggas was looking at you crazy back in the 80s and the 70s then. That's the only niggas that could probably get away with that shit was like fucking rock singers and shit like that. You know, like that shit is weird, man. Come on. Like the fucking, and then like he had a fucking color for every single thing. It was like, oh, this is an example. This is not me directly quoting. Oh, this is for Kobe winning the championship. This is for when I went to college. This is for Duke when they won in 2018. Or, just random shit. And I'm just like, man, y'all niggas weird, man. Like, y'all niggas is just weird. That's all it is. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I got tears, man. The dudes want to be girls, man. Just go ahead and say it, man. Dwayne Wade just had it. I want to be a woman. I grew up wanting to be a woman. I want to be a woman so bad I turned my son into a woman. So you just want to be a woman. If you want to paint your nails, go ahead and paint them, but paint them clear. That's what they make clear fingernail polish for. Make your nails stronger, make them look shiny, and make them look neat. If you want to paint your nails, paint them clear. But all this coloring and getting your nails done, that literally like the fake nails, like some of these dudes are doing, nah, man. That's for females. Period. Point blank.
Man, I got tears, man, because these are the people affecting society, man. Y'all trying to make men feminine. Y'all trying to have men out here thinking this shit is okay. You got teenage boys and boys that's younger than teenagers, children, who seen this shit and they thinking this is acceptable. And then when they start sucking dick, parents gonna be trying to figure out, why does my son want to suck dick? Because his favorite athlete paints his fingernails.
Nah, that was for coke.
You ever suck dick for coke? Yeah, I seen him. That's what's gonna be happening to some of y'all sons, man. We gotta stop this shit now. Hey, man, talking about stopping shit now, man. Slang has always been a part of the culture of just human dialogue. There was this woman that was saying, I can't stand you niggas. Y'all don't want to claim hoes. Y'all want to say you my shawty, you my Jane, you my this. What is on my ball? Niggas saying that I'm his ball. C's, you wanted to talk about the slang today versus back in the day. What's your thoughts?
I mean, the kids of today are creative. You know, the next generation, you can't knock them. You know, they're gonna be they're gonna make their own way and do their own shit. But it's like it's got to the point like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? What's old is new and new is like, nah, we not doing the old shit and bringing it back. We just gonna make up some bullshit. Type shit. It sound good now, but when that shit first came out, I was in Target like 2 years ago. And the first time I actually seen somebody in person say type shit. And I'm just like, I was like, that shit kind of dumb. It is like, yeah, type shit. Like, what? And then we went to, okay, my shorty, my joint, you know, this and that. You know, you call your significant other all types of, or female, different, broad, whatever. Different terms, shit changes with time. Fine shit. Come on, man. Like, oh, that's fine shit. We know she fine. Whatever. She shit though. And then it's and then my ball. Like, what does that mean? Like, I feel like granddad off of the fucking Boondocks. What the fuck is this nigga talking about? The fuck, like, what? This shit don't make sense no more. Like, we gotten to the point in society where shit coming out people's mouths, you can't even relate to nothing else. It just don't fucking make sense.
Yeah, I got tears too, because if you ever heard like some young guys talking to each other, it's like it sounds so crazy, and so it just sounds so crazy. And it's not the fact that they don't know how to talk. It's just the fact that they just talk like that because they want to talk like that.
Yeah, they choose that.
Yes, like
it's just how I talk. Now, that's how you want to talk.
You want to talk like that. That's not how you talk. And it's so funny to hear him talk like that and then hear him switch up when they talking to an adult. It's like,
especially like a parental figure.
I'm like, what in the world? It's like I remember giving some kids a ride and they was doing all that talking, and then when they got in the car, oh, thank you, sir. Oh, so you do know how to talk. Regularly, like I was so confused, like, but yeah, I got tears, man, because yeah, they cooked.
What would you have said if they would be like, got out the car and be like, type shit?
I wouldn't have said nothing.
Hey man, I'll be honest, man. Part of me want to say no tears, but I'm gonna say tears, man. And I don't want to sound like get off my lawn, grandpa. Because we had slang. Like every generation had slang. So I don't want to make it seem like this is some new shit, but the slang today don't make fucking sense at all. Like today's slang is just straight crazy. Like these young niggas today, these young bitches today be just saying shit, and they can have a whole 20-minute conversation. You can be sitting next to them and you don't know. And then working in the prison, it's even more frustrating because you see the young motherfuckers getting locked up. They try to talk to you, or they try to talk to other people around you, and you really just be fucking lost at times. And then somebody has to be like a translator sometimes for them. Like, this what he mean, Unc? Like, shit, oh, that's what the fuck he was asking for? All that nigga wanted was some ice? I ain't cool then, nigga. Just say that. Just say that. I'm over here thinking that you over here mad at me. You just wanted ice? Here you go, nigga. So, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for Shawty because I agree with her. The fuck is a my ball? The fuck is a my ball? Speaking of niggas who got balls or a my ball, there was this man who confronted one of his shawties or his main shawty because he was paying her rent. Her rent was $3,000 a month. He found out from her friend that she was on Section 8 and her rent was only $100 a month. And so she started snapping at her friend saying, why would you even tell this nigga this shit? Rose, you always talk about these Section 8 bitches. Thoughts?
I be told y'all they rent was $50. And then you believe it, y'all suckers want to be out here paying these hoes the rent, doing all this, paying their light bill, doing all this, paying phone bills, man. You got to be smarter than that, man. You got to see the paperwork. and the paperwork don't have your last name on it. then don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. That's all I gotta say, man. I don't even have tears for Buddy because he was a sucker. He was a sucker anyway, paying $3 for her rent. I thought it was his rent, but it was her rent. Man, you stupid, man.
Yeah, I got tears, man. Just another sucker that got caught up in the game, man. It like not even your own. I thought it was $1,000 voucher. I don't know. Either way, he could have saved his money and paid another. He could have had another house, another Airbnb or whatever. Or just dumb, man. And it's like, yo, let's just say he wanted to move in with her, man. He could have took the money he was paying for that. You could have got a house out of this shit, but you want to finesse and get mad at your friend for outing you. You deserve what you got, man. Y'all got to stop finessing, man. If you got cheap rent, you got these vouchers, you should be saving your money so you can buy a house, not so you can go buy a Gucci bag or you can go to Miami for the weekend.
They be getting their body done,
And
getting their titties done, the BBLs.
They do, man. Hey, man, I remember years ago, a bitch wanted me to give her $800 for whatever reason. And I remember I was like, yeah, man, Rose. I told that bitch, hell no. She said she needed $800 for rent. And this nigga Rose looked at me astonished and said, rent? She live on Section 8 housing. Rent ain't no $800. I was like, thank God I ain't give it to her. Because she sure tried to play me. She sure tried to play me. Talk about, baby, my rent $800. Bitch, you on Section 8? What you talking about?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
Like, get away from that.
We seen them snaps.
Exactly. See them kids, that hair all nappy and shit. Just because you got your titties done and you got a fat ass, you think you could come at a nigga and be like, yeah, I need $800 because my rent due next week.
Niggas ain't booty blind.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see. You got some sense.
Then I found out, bitch, your rent probably $75. What you talking about? Get out of here, man. I don't know what's wrong with these Section 8 bitches. I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, y'all.
What's wrong with them?
So there was these two women on the podcast, and they was talking about how men used to work for women. They used to actually go out here and grind for women and actually try to, put their coat down when they see a puddle for women, do chivalry and type shit like that. What's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
I always thought that was the dumbest shit when you see movies back in the day and like music videos where like somebody would like throw their coat on the ground for a bitch to not even step over. I'm just putting my coat down so the water won't splash on your heels, miss.
So what about that Prince movie where the pimp was coming and the pimp bodyguard snatched the coat from the bitch and threw the coat over the puddle?
Oh, you talking about? That's what you're supposed to do.
That's real pimping.
That's real pimping. But I mean, like, men always had to work anyway. The man wasn't working for you. He was working so he could feed himself and then do extra stuff. But like the whole, like, y'all independent women, y'all got your own bread now. So it's like all this shit, like, you always want to put these metrics and shit. It's like, oh, man, got to do this, and that. And that's a timeless thing. It's never going to stop. But it's like the old ways are not the same shit. It's not the same shit. You can't bring that into the new age.
You know why it's not the same shit? Because it's easy to get pussy now.
But I think men still work for women.
They do. They go to their job. They punch in the clock. They get their check, and they go to the hoes they want to fuck, and they be like, "Here you go. Let me get." It's easy to get pussy now, bro. Like a lot of women don't want to hear that. Like, I don't have to take you on 5 dates. I don't have to pretend to listen to you. I don't have to pretend to like you. When I can find a bitch that looks equivalent to you or better, give her $50 to $100 of my hard-earned money, and I can smash. Mm-hmm. Like, back in the day, yes, niggas used to have to hold doors for bitches, do the little shit where you put the coat over the puddle and take bitches on dates, and when you're texting a bitch, she telling you about her sob story, and you got to pretend to listen and be like, oh, that's crazy, I'm sorry to hear that, and you used to have to text good morning, beautiful all the time. You don't have to do that no more, fellas. Now, if that's in your nature, if you want to do that, cool. And I'm from the era, like Rose's a little bit older than me. So like he's from the era where it was just whatever. Me and GH, we had these conversations all the time. We come from the era of, yo, I done played in two different eras. I done played in the era where niggas actually was working for bitches, and I'm in this new era where niggas don't have to do half the shit that they doing for bitches. Like when I was in my early 20s, yes, I was taking bitches on dates all the time. I was doing all kind of shit to get the pussy. I was doing bitches favors. Like if bitches say I need to ride somewhere, I was doing that. But now, you ain't gotta do that shit and fuck these hoes no more, man. Like you either just gotta have money or look like you got money, and these hoes will fuck with you, dog. You don't have to put all that extra work in no more. And if y'all mad, if y'all hoes is mad, it's your fault. Y'all made it like that. Because I remember, Rose, you older than me. So Rose, this definitely gonna hit him. You used to have to go to the club to see bitches shake their ass. You ain't gotta go to the club no more. You can tap on Instagram or Snapchat and see bitches half naked shaking their ass. Like, I don't have to leave my house no more to see what half you bitches look like without clothes. I can pay $5.99 a month, $12.99 a month, and see you do everything I want you to do. Like, it's a different time. So you're not gonna get the same treatment that hoes 15, 20 years got.
And then did hoes 20 years ago beg for stuff?
No, they didn't.
I don't remember hoes begging for nothing either.
Man, hoes would ask they nigga for shit. It's reverse now. See, now hoes would have a nigga, don't want to ask they nigga for shit, but ask other niggas for shit. Back in the day, the only motherfucker a hoe would ask shit from was they nigga. You couldn't even give a hoe $20 if she had a nigga. No, I got a man. Oh, my bad then, sweetie. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man.
I think what they meant was effort. Like they want, like they meant niggas don't put effort into.
But that's what Rosie.
Why would you
was saying?
Why would you put the effort in?
You don't have to.
If you don't have to. Like I could name like 10 bitches I done fucked with in the last 2 years. I didn't have to put no effort in. And then I done had a couple women that I done had to put effort in to actually sleep with. And yo, that is what it is. But so many of these women nowadays, nah, bro. If you got paper or you look like you got paper, you don't have to put no effort in with these hoes, bro. And that's what these hoes hate. Be mad at y'all other hoes in the game that's allowing niggas to smash if I put an effort in, man. It's just that simple. But Rose, you from a different era, man. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like what Caesar saying, like that's how I was looking at it. Well, but after listening to you were right, because like you ain't gotta put no more work in. Like the game messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like why do all the stuff for you and listen to you when I can go around the corner and do nothing for her? Like the math ain't adding up. Like why pay $200 for something I can get for free?
Exactly.
Why take you out to dinner when I can go out to dinner by myself and play on my phone and order something else too for dessert?
Exactly. I got extra money because I'm not paying. I can go to Juice Crab by myself, and I got extra money because I'm not paying someone else.
Yeah, and then and still gotta listen to you and hear your headaches and stuff, and then you still begging and crying, everything else. Like, no, guys don't have to do that no more. So I feel you. I feel you, Vertiz. I feel you, man. I don't know what's wrong with it, man. But I wish this hoes would stop begging though.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, these hoes nowadays. Before we change topics, why, Rose? Why do you think these hoes beg more now than they did back in the day? Because you said something while I was talking that I was like, yo, my brain almost exploded. You right. Because back in the day, hoes, and if they did ask for some shit, hoes would be like, what I gotta do for it? I need $40. I need $50. What I gotta do for $50? These hoes nowadays, they expect just because you text them online, you're supposed to give them $50.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Those days are dead, man. Fellas, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Cause I'm trying to tell you, man.
Reconsider.
Read some literature. Listen to the No More Black Tears podcast. Please. We'll tell you everything you need to do step by step. Hit us up in the DM. You know what I'm saying? It's always open, man. We'll tell you. Do not go out there breaking your bag on these hoes, man. These mutts. Man, these maggots. Because they think they fly, but they ain't. Don't do it.
Yo, and then what was the Proud Family? The Ashy sisters, the Blue sisters.
Yeah.
Always used to have their hand out.
Yeah.
Always walking around. And then remember, we was just a few weeks ago. We was talking about rosters, what they could get from one man back in the day, or one or two. They nigga and they side piece. Now they got to kid up 10 niggas to get. So that's part of the factor. Is like I can get this and I can get that. Maybe I can hit up Johnny. I can hit up B-Lo, and I can hit up, Weebay and get what I need.
But back in the day, women didn't want to mess with 5'7" dudes.
Ain't got no problems doing that shit now.
Like nowadays, women got no problem having 5'7" niggas they fucking with or whatever. So yeah, you gotta be careful, bro, because the new nigga might not be a new nigga. He's the old nigga. He just new to you. So moving on to the last topic. So there was a video sent talking about things in the black culture, like knowing how to play spades, dominoes, maybe the type of music you listen to, how you talk, how you dress. What are some things that would get your black card revoked? Has anybody ever tried to revoke y'all black cards? Sees.
This is like one of them open-ended just discussions. Like, you always think of shit like not knowing how to play spades. That's one of them. Not knowing how to play spades, not drinking red Kool-Aid. It's a lot of shit, man. I mean, it's just like this is like one of the fun topics where it's like you think of like revoke card. We ain't talking about this nigga's a coon, this is that. It's just a bunch of shit. It's like, okay, you don't know how to swim. No, we're not talking about shit like that. We're talking about like shit like you don't drink red Kool-Aid. You've never had, different shit. You know what I mean? So what's some of yours, man?
I always knew how to play spades, man. I knew how to play spades growing up. So, but I will say this. For you black people that don't know how to play spades, who raised y'all? Like, I'm being serious. Like, who raised y'all? Like, if you're black and you was around your cousins and uncles and aunties and you went to cookouts and stuff or barbecues, whatever you want to call it, at some point in time, like, I just feel like most black kids have an experience of you 12 to 15 years old, maybe 10 to 15 years old, and the adults trying to play dominoes or spades, sees. And guess what happens? They need a fourth person.
You get kicked in.
And then they be like, yo, sees. Man, bring your ass over here. You know how to play dominoes? You know how to play spades? No, sir. Man, we going to teach you. And then they end up teaching you. And while you getting taught, you getting cussed at. Because every mistake you make, they like, the fuck you do that for? Now, we just told you that you cannot play that when he plays that. Like, I feel like most black people got an experience like, because that's how I learned how to play both games. I was at a family function, and Lynn, I'm trying to play with my cousins, and the older people was like, yo, we need a fourth. Bring your ass here. We're going to teach you how to play. So that's definitely a big one. I feel like, for me, I've had this happen. If you ain't got rhythm, like if you off beat, like when you clap into a song and you off beat, like I've been in church and I've been clapping off beat, and motherfuckers be like, yo, how you clapping off beat? You black. Nah, you can't be black if you clapping off beat, man. So that's definitely another one right there. Like if you ain't got no rhythm and shit like that, if you can't dance, like yeah, you might get looked at and laughed at by some people or whatever.
And ain't nobody trying to call you, hey, be Crazy Legs or be Michael Jackson. It's like, can you do a little 1-2 spell? Can you do a little jig? Like something like that. Yeah,
you gotta be James Brown, you gotta be Sierra, but like, hey man, can you clap on beat? Like I said. And I used to, when I was a kid, I used to clap the fuck off beat. Like I used to be clapping a whole 2 seconds after I was supposed to be clapping. And that shit was noticeable. I used to be like in the crowd, and I used to be I might be watching you and Rose, and I'd be like, okay, let me just match my hands up with their hands. And whenever y'all put your hands together, I do the same thing. I'm not even listening to the beat no more. I'm just trying to clap when y'all clap. Because I'm not trying to have nobody looking at me talking about, hey, nigga, you off beat, nigga. Now I got to worry about people saying I ain't a nigga no more.
Here's some of the big ones is movies. Like not seeing Coming to America, not seeing Life. You know, those what's some of those classic movies you think of? It's like, damn, who are you?
Now, I definitely feel like, before we even get into like entertainment, let's just continue with what's some things that you done had experience. What about you, Rose? Because we could do entertainment all night long, to be honest.
Dating white women.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Nothing, not dating black women. You know what I'm saying?
Not just dating, bringing them around black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. So like that. That's the only thing I can really think of. You know what I'm saying?
So to what you were saying, see, like movies. Like, what's some movies to you that if you were having a conversation with a black person and they didn't see it, I ain't gonna say you revoke their black card, but you raise your eyebrow.
Friday.
It all depends on the age. So like
someone close to someone between the ages of 30 and 42.
Yeah, so if that's the case, then I would say like New Jack City, something like that, or Friday's a good one, or like Boys in the Hood, probably be 1 and 2.
Yeah, Boys.
Harlem Nights. I ain't gonna lie. I recently was talking to somebody that's our age who haven't seen Harlem Nights, and I was like, "Yo, you ain't seen Harlem Nights?
Gotta put you on, man.
Like, how you ain't seen Harlem Nights?" I'm be real. This is how I know you definitely not a nigga. And if you not a nigga, or you just a coon. If you ain't seen the new Black Panther, if you ain't seen the first Black Panther, like even if you in your 20s and you ain't seen Black Panther, oh yeah, man. I can't trust you, dog. I can't trust you, dog. Cause I just feel like that was just one of those movies that every black person went out their way to go see at some point in time.
Yeah, the second one is hard to watch.
Yeah, but then that first one, though.
First one,
that first one, when I went to the movie theater to go see it, when I tell you I ain't never seen so many niggas in a theater before, like and that is not, and once it kind of hit like main streaming services, I feel like you should have went and saw it like just on GP. So if you still haven't seen Black Panther, yeah, I gotta kind of question your blackness, man. Like, are there any songs that you might be like, damn, you don't like this song, or you haven't heard this song?
Back to that song. Frankie Beverly and Maze, Before I Let You Go.
Okay, so a cookout song.
Cookout songs. Pretty much, they can list the cookout songs. Any of those songs, if you don't like, go take your pick. There's a lot of them. But definitely Back That Ass Up. It's like, that shit's hit mainstream where it's like people hear that, they're like, oh yeah. And then like Before I Let You Go, Rick James, Super Freak. Not necessarily that song, but like a couple of Rick James songs, Fire and Desire. You know, the classics, like pretty much the classics. Like if you don't like the classics or you never heard it, it's like, how old are you? Like 25 and up? We're like, you ain't never heard this anything. No cookout, no event, nothing. You don't recognize the beat.
Probably one for me would probably be My President is Black.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. If you 25 and up, you should have heard that song. Yeah. If you in my generation and you ain't hear bro, I remember that song dropped. Like that song was popular, and that song was the representation of a whole movement because Obama had just like it was around the time Obama got elected. So yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of people who if you're black and you're not a big Michael Jackson fan, I do kind of look at you like, you don't like Michael Jackson? Like, I kind of do kind of look at you kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit kind of weird to me, man. That do make me kind of think a little bit. And if you just don't like no R&B, like I met like a few black people that just don't like R&B, and I kind of be looking at them like, man, what's wrong with you? You ain't got no soul? Like what's good, man? So like those two things to me musically kind of do make me kind of skeptical. But before we close it out, should we even be revoking black people cards?
It's all a fucking joke. It's not a serious thing. It's just a joke. It's literally like a cultural shit we do. You know what I mean? It's if you want to do it, fucking do it. It's just a joke. It's like this is not no shit where niggas is talking about, oh, you a coon if you do this. You know, you're not black if you don't do this. It's like we always say, black people are not a monolith. It's just certain. Just like Jamaicans have their cultural shit. It's be like, oh, if you're Jamaican, you don't eat jerk chicken. You know, shit like that. Like, you're black and you don't like your mac and cheese baked. You just like Kraft mac and cheese. That's what you like. You don't like baked mac and cheese. You don't like hot sauce. You don't put hot sauce on your fried chicken. Or, you know, different shit. It's all cultural preference, but it's like it's some commonality to all us black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things we grew up doing, and you get groups of us together. This is shit we do, like spades, dominoes, hot sauce,
Kool-Aid.
movies like Friday and shit. You know.
Yeah, I think what you said, man. I think it's not really more so about race or skin color. It's more so about culture, man. Some of these things are more so culture things. Because, like, some of the movies we talked about, when you watch those movies, what made those movies funny, what made those movies iconic, was more so there was things in the movie that if you're not black, if you haven't lived a black American experience, they're not going to hit you as hard. It's not going to be as funny. Like Friday, like we've all been in situations where it's like, oh man, bruh, I ain't got that much milk left in this cereal. Or like we've had situations like in Harlem Nights where it's like, yo, go in the fridge, get some orange juice in the fridge. And I remember Rose recently just asked, yo, who just left this little swallow in here? Like, but that happens though. You go in your fridge and it's only like not even a glass, like a shot of Kool-Aid left in the Kool-Aid container, and somebody left it in there just because they didn't want to have to make more Kool-Aid. Like shit like that happens. It is certain things that you do expect people who come from the same culture and environment to kind of be able to identify with. But unfortunately, there are plenty of Black Americans who might have grew up in white households and grew up in environments where they did not do certain things that most Black people are used to.
Yeah, I think it comes to like, but I'm gonna say, I understand what y'all are saying, but one thing that I think that gets you revoked, get your black card revoked is not voting and wasting things. Like
Plastic bags.
Yeah.
I got 20 plastic bags in a side of another plastic bag in the cabinet.
And I ain't talking about just like that.
So when you say wasting things,
I'm talking
what
about
if someone has some chicken wings and you see a lot of meat on the bones?
That
you don't care?
Yeah, I don't care. When I'm talking about wasting things, it's just like I'm talking about just buying stuff and then not using it. You know what I'm saying? Just being wasteful, or like, you know what I'm saying? Just being wasteful. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. Buying food and maybe eating like not chicken wings, but like, say you bought a pizza, eat one slice, and then let others just waste it.
Just throw it away or let it go bad.
Yeah, just wasting. You know
Buy
what
a whole
I'm saying?
thing of Chinese food and you might have ate like 2 wings and 3 scoops of rice.
Yeah, just wasteful. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, people out here starving and all kind of stuff. You just being wasteful and not being.
I used to say that a lot, man. Kids in Africa starving.
Mm-hmm. And just not being grateful, and that not being grateful. You know what I'm saying? And not voting, man. I think all stuff like that. That's just like, come on, man. You ain't some of my people.
Man, who raised you, man? Yeah. Hey, C's, what's your final thoughts, man, for the night?
Man, hey, as we close out the rest of the month, man, it's men's mental health. You got a man in your life or friends, whatever. Tell them keep their mentals up, man. And it's also Black Music Month. I haven't really seen any celebrations of that this year, but I mean, those that have passed away, and just shout out to great Black music, man.
Well, man, y'all know I'm a wrestling fan, man. So WWE, they've been doing events in Saudi Arabia the last couple of years. This weekend, they got an event called Night of Champions, which has been a pay-per-view going for WWE for a long time. With the attacks to Iran and Iran responding, there has been a lot of talks about possibly WWE needs to boycott the event and they need to, protect the safety of the wrestlers. They decide they're going to go through with the event because they're scheduled to make $500 million from the event. That's how much money is over there in Saudi Arabia. My only thing would be there have been some wrestlers who have reported they're not going to the event because they fear for their safety. And early in the week, there was a few wrestlers who got trapped over there doing promo for the event because of flights and some of the stuff that was going on. At some point in time, we just got to care more about people than we do about dollar signs. And we got to understand these corporations, and it's not just WWE, it's the corporation that owns them now, TKO. We got to understand a lot of these corporations don't care about their employees. So like we talked about the previous episode, take your PTO, take your time off. Don't be so gung-ho for a job, because a lot of these jobs, they don't see Rose, they don't see C, they don't see Bertizzi. They just see whatever employee number you have.
Yeah, man. I really ain't got no final thoughts for tonight, other than just Yeah, y'all stop being suckers for these losers, man. Just because they pretty, man, don't mean they for you, man. Just man, do your research, man, and stay down for who's down for you, man.
And there was the Air being Rakim. Peace.
Yeah, man, y'all can catch us at the next light, man. We in traffic, and I'm back quiet. Mr. DJ Rose, Vert Keezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. Voucher, MLK, and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.